15 years, it's worth remembering, since Arsenal actually last won the title. Obviously, they were for a long time in the hands of your old friend Arsene Wenger, and now we're into the second season of Unai Emery. Do you feel they are getting closer? How many years are we talking about before they're title challengers again?
When you speak about that, we have to look to the ones that are in the top positions.
But how do you close the gap? How do you close the gap if you're Arsenal?
You know, there are many ways to close the gap. One of the ways to close the gap is also to wait for the teams that are in the top to come down a little bit, because even the top organizations, there is always a moment where they are going to come a little bit down. So that is one possibility. The other possibility is obviously to have more than the money to invest. Sometimes people will think that money to invest, buying players, we are getting there. Sometimes it's not just about that. Sometimes that is like used to say in England, the ice on the cake, right? But you have a structure to build. You have many other things that are hidden at the eyes of the football lovers that only see the players, the manager, the pitch, the ball, the goals and the points. There is lots of hidden work that honestly I cannot speak about Tottenham and Arsenal because I've never been there.
Well, they have spent 160 million or thereabouts on three attacking players, Lacazette, Aubameyang and Pepe. Is now the time to throw them all in together, Graham, today?
Yeah, you don't spend that sort of money to have them sitting on the bench. I think Arsenal will be strong going forward. I see Arsenal being the Arsenal they have been for the last decade. That on any good day they can look magnificent, bash teams up properly because of that strike force. You know, score 5 goals here against the lesser lights on a regular basis, but against the big teams, they won't. I think in midfield, they're decent at the back, they're decent in goal, they have a decent goalkeeper. But that, you don't win things with decent players. You win things with big players, people who can perform both home and away, perform when it's going against you, dig out results. I don't see that. I'm not describing the Arsenal team, in my opinion. So I see Arsenal being more of the same. Going back to, you know, I think that the question is an impossible question to answer. How do they make that leap from where they are now? Get very lucky with your development squad. Get very lucky in the transfer market. And the guys above you have to come off the pace. Well, if you're looking at Liverpool and you're looking at City right now, I think if they did nothing for the next 2 or 3 years in the transfer market, they would still be the two teams to beat. That's how strong they are. That's how much of a gap they've opened.